It's showtime.
BS and Beer Media in association with STWF TV, the podcasting network. We present to you the Frenemies Fantasy Football Podcast.
What's up, everybody? I'm your host, Dale. With me today on the show, we got Kyle and Tim. What's up, y'all?
What's up, Dale?
What's going on?
Yes, sir. We're going to talk some fantasy football this week. Man, how was the week, you guys?
Oh, it's that flu season going on.
Oh, yeah.
It's rough, man. My little kid got sick. He had a super high temperature. I'm all panicking. I'm taking him to urgent care.
Oh, dude.
And I'm feeling that I got stuff in my throat. My head hurts. So if y'all get germs, it's from watching this show. That's my bad. Okay. Sorry about that. Not sure how it works.
He's looking a little bit pale too.
A little flustered. Yeah. I got it going on, man.
Well, Kyle must not have had a 7-0 winning week again, or you said that shit first. Because last week he was like, I got won all 7 games,
I absolutely would have said that first. No, it was looking like a bad week, and then it turned around and ended up 4-3. So
Okay.
Works out. Yeah.
Not too bad at all, man.
I had a good week, dude.
Oh, really?
I always have a good week. Because you know what, like a portion of my week consists of?
What's that?
Bugging the shit out of you.
Mm.
Bugging you as often as possible.
Mm.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Dale ignores my texts like I'm some chick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's it. Typically it's stuff that pisses him off because I'm winning.
I don't know about all that. I guess we'll see a little bit later on in the show if Tim has indeed winning. We'll see about that.
I think I know what you're going to bring up now in that segment that I was.
I mean, all he does is talk crap, and all I do is just show results. That's all I do.
That's all I do. Oh man, I'm on one today, so I'm ready to talk smack.
So let's start off with drinks. And what you drinking, Tim?
Well, I had something special. I went to this grocery store, right? I went to the gym right after work. All right, did my workout. Then went to the grocery store because Kyle says you got to drink on Wednesdays, Tim. And I'm like, this is gym night, and so I'm doing the hand thing today. That's my thing. And so went to the grocery store. I was planning a special drink that I've not drank on the show ever.
Okay, special, huh?
Special. All right.
Especial?
Like, yeah, something special. I drank in a long time. But you know what? I got home and buying all that crap, and I said, screw it. Because, I saw the margarita mix in the fridge. And it was cold, and I was like, that's cold. But this other mix I just got, that's warm, So we got the margarita in the German cup. Boom, yet again. What is this in here? This one's the Lion. I don't know how to say that. La Brown Munich. So here we are. And I got a little floaty ice. This is pink for you, Dale.
Ah, there you go.
It's pink.
There you go.
Like your drinks.
All right. And no lime, right? Not to confuse me, right?
There. Oh, I do have Tecate. And I got the lime too. I got the squeezed lime. Boom.
Okay.
All right.
There we go. Confusing me.
Yeah.
All right, Kyle, what you got, man?
Still going on that same bottle from last week.
Yeah.
Never goes wrong. I am sick though, so I do have this this whole cup is all orange juice. So
yeah. Orange juice and whiskey will go together.
The juice and stay hydrated. So sure, let's do it. Yeah.
Get some vodka and whiskey. What happened to the Sky vodka, dude?
Oh God.
Dude.
Oh, I just got sick. Oh God. Oh. No, we're past that. That was all leftovers. That was leftover from my 20s or something. I don't know.
Like 2 years ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was in there for a minute, man.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I've got a little bit of makers.
Mm.
Oh,
They,
that's orange.
yeah, it's not pink. I'm a little bit off brand. Sorry.
We got good value Dale today. Well,
Yep. All right, let's get into some news. There we go. Trusty newscasters.
Nice.
All right. We saw another firing this week. Frank Reich fired from Carolina. Taking over in the interim basis is going to be Chris Tabor, the special teams coordinator. We saw Deshaun Jackson officially announce his retirement. I don't know when the last time he played. Maybe it was like 3 years ago, something like that.
I don't know. I thought he was on the Ravens at some point, maybe. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. So nobody pick him up on your fantasy team because he's retired, okay? Marcus Peters released by the Raiders. Now this kind of made an eyebrow go up because this is somebody that's been out there starting and playing, and for him to just get cut, like, wow. So we'll see what team he lands with next. Because I'm pretty sure he'll be back. Listen, it's too many injuries out here for that guy to be unemployed.
Yeah.
So I can see it happening. Let's get to the injuries because it's another week and there've been more injuries. We got some updates though. Aaron Rodgers, the team has officially opened the 21-day practice window. In my opinion, there's no chance in hell he's going to play. Like, number one, the Jets suck. What you coming back for? Okay. Yeah. First thing. All right. The second thing is, like, I know you're not healed from this. You're gonna be wearing like a Herman Monster shoe or whatever, and trying to play, and you're not gonna stay up long. So,
Dale, nobody knows who Herman Monster is.
Well,
unless you're like 40 plus.
Sorry, go right. Look it up. We got the internet. We got
the internet.
We got the internet.
We got the internets. He puts a Z at the end of everything, like old people.
Yeah. Go look it up. T. Higgins has a chance to play on Monday night. He's still dealing with the hamstring injury, but I want to say he's got some limited practice time. Honestly, I'm going to say it doesn't even matter if he's going to play. You're not going to put him in. And then just really thinking about it, he's a free agent. He's a free agent.
Did you just lose audio?
Your audio's out, Dale.
Dale, we lost you. I'm worried. I'm scared. I'm alone.
Please.
I feel all alone.
Please, I hope somebody takes him away. I hope somebody just kidnapped him. And we have to listen to him.
Oh, shit.
Is he? Uh-oh.
Yeah, Dale. Oh, no. We see his mouth moving. What the hell happened?
Okay.
There you go.
That's really gonna screw things up. Oh well. What was the last thing you heard? I said.
T. Higgins isn't coming back. You shouldn't play him.
I don't think he's gonna come back because he's gonna be a free agent next year. There's no reason to put out bad tape. Playing with this rookie. It's gonna kill your free agency stock. So don't do it.
They're like outside, like right outside the playoffs. They'd have to make a push, and I don't see them being able to do that.
Yep. To the real injuries here. Well, Chris Olave, he's limited in practice. but he's in the concussion protocol. So keep an eye on Chris Olave. Quentin Johnson, he had X-rays on his ribs, and they all came back negative. So that's good news for him. Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon are both not practicing. So
sad.
Yeah, we'll see who's going to be the running back there. I honestly wouldn't play either one of them.
Do we have any Packer experts in the building? Anybody? Anybody who would know what's going on with that team? Who can start if those?
The answer is no.
Oh my God. I had to look him up. We got one dude healthy right now because I knew the other guy was on IR. Patrick Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The only other dude.
You heard it here first. Number one waiver wire target.
If I thought he was valuable, I'd have picked him up. I picked up P. Ryan. So.
Yep. Tank Dell not practicing. He's dealing with a calf injury. That could be a big loss for Houston. So keep an eye on that one. And these guys are out for week 13. Rashid Shaheed. Jonathan Taylor, who's dealing with a thumb injury. So definitely fire up.
Zach Moss is coming out.
Moss.
Yep.
And man, Zach Moss is like top 10 in rushing.
Yeah. I mean,
season right now.
He wasn't like a waiver wire target because he's already on a team. Everybody already has him. But they did say Taylor's not going to be on IR, so it's less than 4 weeks.
Yeah.
But like still 2 to 3. So they're going to be missing that for sure. I don't know how close is Indy anywhere near a wild card spot. Do we know that? I mean,
I really don't know.
They've been running with Gardner Minshew for so long, and they're super mediocre. They lost to the Saints. Let's just put it that way. I don't know if they're actually like a playoff hopeful at this point. Maybe
it's gonna be hard to come out that division. I'm thinking about the wrong division. I'm sorry. It's really just Jacksonville and the Colts. Well, Houston too. I'm sorry.
No, yeah, Houston. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a tough division.
This year.
Yeah.
Yeah, for once.
Mac Jones is not taking any practice reps. He's pretty much been benched. You wouldn't want to use him anyway. Please go find another option if you're trying to deal with a New England quarterback.
I have started him once this year, and he got me a whopping 1.5.
Yeah,
that was one of those games. Yeah, just absolutely terrible.
Yeah, I started off the year with him, and I cut him. So
yeah, he was projected, a pretty high score. He was looking like he was going to be able to make some moves, kind of come to close to what he had in previous years. But this year, for some reason, man, New England just cannot score. Goodness gracious.
Mm-hmm. They're talking about, did you hear Rex Ryan and everybody else taking shots at Belichick?
Oh, Jesus.
Rex Ryan was taking this opportunity to take shots at Belichick for being Brady only. Brady made him good. Of course, Rex Ryan's doing that.
Yeah, of course he would say that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be jealous too if I didn't have somebody to give me some free money. Like Coach Joe had Joe Burrow, get him some free money. The crap matters. So, all right. So those are the guys injured and out. So now we got to have guys coming back.
Two.
That's right.
We got 2 guys coming back.
That's right. Justin Jefferson officially activated off the IR designation to return. So he'll be back after his bye week. Kyle, what would you do if you've got Jefferson and he's going to be back for the first week in the playoffs? Well, I'm sorry, week 14.
I mean, I had that situation in one of my leagues. I was lucky enough. He actually dropped to number 4 in that league, and I had the 4th pick, and I got him. So this is actually a league where I'm already clinched in the playoffs. Like, I don't have anything to play for week 14. I already got the number 1 seed locked up. So it's like I have that luxury to kind of play him, see what he does. That team is stacked to have a bunch of wide receivers, so you don't need him. I feel like it's just kind of depending on where your team's at. Like, you kind of just have to take a look, see what's going on, see if you need him that week 14. Because there's a lot of these teams, you got to win that last game to make playoffs. Like, let's be real, you really kind of need, your wins the last games of the season. He's coming back. He's the best player in the league. I feel like it's kind of depending on where you're at right now. But I don't know if I trust him. I do not.
Yeah, it's the fact that he's dealing with the backup quarterback. They're talking about maybe not going with Dobbs when they come back from the bye.
So weird.
We'll see. I mean, it was a terrible game. Don't get me wrong. This last game was a terrible game, and I feel bad that we lost to them after looking like that. But yeah, that's really what I've seen this on so many of my teams where I've got wide receivers, but the quarterback is hurt, or we're dealing with the questionable quarterback. So, go ahead.
Well, Dobbs, I mean, looks like his yardage was short. I mean, he made the same amount of completions, roughly, and attempts.
Yeah,
percentage is roughly the same.
Man, it was terrible.
I mean, if Chicago doesn't go, if they don't score that field goal at the end, if they don't put up any points that last possession, then they're talking about Josh Dobbs. Oh, he couldn't figure it out all game, but then he actually came up with a game-winning touchdown. So it's like, I don't know. The whole narrative was because Chicago won, but I don't know if they don't put up that last field goal. He's walking away with the game-winning touchdown in hand, and he's not the astronaut. He's the pastronaut,
Yeah.
Right now, he's the astronaut.
It's the 4 interceptions that's killing him more than anything.
Yeah.
They should stick with him, though, really. I mean, he might be their quarterback of the future without having to go get a quarterback.
That would be nice.
So,
yeah. Baker Mayfield will play in week 13 against Carolina. He was dealing with the ankle injury. So good for you, Mike Evans owners. Alan Lazard will be active week 13 after being a healthy scratch. Well, do we know this for sure? I mean, how do you really know he's going to be healthy and active?
I mean, that's fantasypros.com. So that's where we're getting this info.
Yeah.
Did you see that Mike Evans is 150 yards away from another his 10th in a row 1,000-yard season?
That's amazing, man.
150 yards.
That's amazing.
I can't believe I don't start him every week. I don't know.
Yeah. Outside of Brady. Baker. Yeah.
Yeah, the quarterbacks that he's had, like, just going down the line. He has had, the great famous Jameis Winston. He did have that one. So, he did have that. He had Tom Brady. But, some of the other ones, including Baker, just, no bueno.
I can't remember who it was before Winston.
I don't know. That's how bad they were, though.
Yep. And we got Noah Brown coming back to practice. So Stroud has another target to throw to.
It's your boy.
Yeah, man. He's pretty good, man. I have to admit. So, all right, man. Let's talk some defense. Kyle, you're up.
Bow. I want winners. I want people that want to win.
Kyle's killer defense.
Bow.
All right, Kyle. Last week, we talked about Denver and the New York Giants.
Yes, we did. That is correct. Yes.
Denver got you 17 points, and the Giants got you 13 points. Like, this was a really good week here, Kyle.
Yes, this is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
This is what I'm shooting for every single week. Combined 30 points, 6 sacks,
Bow.
safety.
Sorry, my bad.
Hit me with it.
Dang.
Yeah, no, I mean, they just absolutely did their thing.
Yeah.
And that's what we're looking for literally every week. Man, I'm proud of them. Make me look good.
Yeah, man. So you got for us this week?
This is the first time I'm going to do it. And, I don't necessarily like picking, just one game,
Okay.
but I'm going to take it. The under of this game is like 36, 37. It's the Atlanta Falcons, the New York Jets.
Okay.
So, I mean, just looking at this from the outside, like the Jets offense, everyone knows what's going on with that.
Mhm.
Just horrible, awful. Their defense is still consistent. Like if you're looking at it from a fantasy output, they have been putting up points. Just it's amazing how bad their offensive play, and they still are putting up 70 points in their last 7 games, and that was including a game against Buffalo where they only had 1 point.
Wow.
They're in double digits like 5 out of the 7, and they're just racking up points. They're still a fantasy defense. I'm looking at the waiver wire, and I'm like, what are these guys even doing here?
Mhm.
They're the 7th overall defense, and everybody dropped them because why would you when the offense is giving the ball right back to to the other team every single drive. They're not getting any points. It's tough to get points from a defensive perspective when your offense is just killing you.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I'm loving it. Atlanta did not impress me last week. They put up 16. It was like 24 total, but one of them was a defensive score. So yeah, they scored 18 points on the Saints. Yeah, that's not impressing me very much. And Atlanta's defense, they did give up a lot of yardage. The Saints were able to move the ball. I'll give you that. Carr threw for over 300 yards. Kamara was able to get some yards on the ground. I get it. They didn't let the Saints in the end zone one time. They were stingy. They were exactly what you needed them to do. 15 total points. They walked away with like a 9 spot in fantasy, which is totally cool. I'm very cool with a 9. So yeah, I'm going to go with this. It's like 37-point total game. Let's go Atlanta Falcons and New York Jets. So let's do it.
There we go. See, we get double digits for both of these teams.
And this is to everybody who listened to me last week. You're welcome, and let's do it again.
Yeah.
Oh, and the shot. He's taking a shot. Look at that.
That was a killer week. That was a Kyle's killer defensive week. Love it.
I like it, Kyle.
I like it. Little shot of whiskey.
They even had a safety. Denver even got me a safety. Like, come on, man. We're getting sacks. We're getting turnovers. We're getting safeties. That's what we're looking for, man.
Yeah, man. I like it, Kyle.
What could you do with that coach if y'all had that coach?
Tim, don't rub salt in the wound, okay?
I'm sorry.
I know it's been a while,
Trade
but
your coach away.
still too soon.
Trade your coach away.
All right, Tim.
Yeah.
It's your segment. Let's do it.
It's time for Timmy's Tips.
Perhaps play a little game called Just the Tip. Just for a second, just to see how it feels.
All right, Tim. What's up this week, man?
Every time I see that picture, I regret sending you that text.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I like the picture, Tim. I'm going to throw that out there.
Think long and hard before you send text, ladies and gentlemen.
It could be out there forever.
What's wrong with it, Tim? I don't understand. You have a championship belt. You're smiling. You're happy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So look, this week we're doing a rerun on Timmy's Tips. All right,
okay.
we're gonna do the DFS DraftKings spotlight again. All right, I kind of liked it last week, and so I put this back together, and we'll try it out. So this week I got Brock Purdy at quarterback, 6,100. These are now, by the way, these are things that we want to. I'm not going out for like all the top guys, So these are like bargains that you want to pick up. We got like our clearance aisle bargains. We got our regular bargains, right? Red light specials and clearance. because when you come to Timmy's car lot to buy something, all right, you wanna buy it on the cheap.
That's a nice car, Papa.
That's a nice car, Papa. Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, so I'm giving you the cheap deals. That's where we gotta get them. So
Okay.
got Brock Purdy. He's shaping up to be the premier cash gameplay this week. His price point is perfect. He leads NFL in yards per attempt, 9.4. And the matchup says San Francisco will have to throw the ball a lot. Opponents are throwing 68% of the time against Philly. So that's pretty good. Okay. I like that. I like that. The highest rate in the NFL, in NFL's history through 12 weeks. So that's pretty cool. Right. And then we got Timmy's bargain alert. All right. Is this the clearance or is this the red light special? Which one's more important when it comes to bargains?
All
right.
Whatever's cheapest.
Not like those Black Friday deals. You heard about those? They're Black Friday deals that weren't really Black Friday deals at Target.
Oh, I did.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible.
They like look it up, man. They were like $250 like the week before, and then on Black Friday they're $250 for a TV.
If they put a Black Friday sticker on it, so you're thinking it's Black Friday. Yeah, that's trash.
That's terrible.
Trash.
I hate you, Target. Go to hell.
Yeah, these are the Target bargain daily specials right over here. So we got Russell Wilson. He'll be he's a pretty good tournament play GPP this week. The Texans rank 29th in schedule against adjusted fantasy points, which we have never talked about, but one day I'll bring that up. Allowed to quarterbacks and the third highest completion rate, 69% in the NFL. So that's pretty good. Russell Wilson at 5,700. And then one of my favorites this week, you're not going to like it because he just played you guys, Bijan Robinson.
Oh, okay.
All right. 6,700. Had his first 20-plus point fantasy performance of the season. His touches in the last 2 weeks, 19 and 23 attempts. It's pretty good for a running back. And he had 4 touchdowns in the last 4 games after 2 total in the previous 7. So that's pretty awesome at 6,700. But my red light special, Grandma, get your loafers on. Let's go. Ramondre Stevenson at 6,000. He's had double-digit fantasy points in 5 of his last 6 games. He's a solid cash game play this week against the Chargers.
Patriots running back. Okay.
Sometimes I don't like
something about him. He's actually producing. Every time I'm forced to start him in a lineup, like I see the output from New England, and I'm like, oh man, he let me down. And then I'll check his scores, and he's actually somehow, some way. I don't know if he's catching balls at him. I don't know what he's doing, but he's racking up some yards. So
yeah, Kyle. Thank you. Right there.
I swear, every single time.
Oh, we're just doing the facts, like Dale said earlier. Just doing the facts, Dale. Just
facts, man. He's getting me some points. I don't know. I keep being forced to play him, and he comes up with something. He's got points on the board, so I'll take it every time.
There you are. All right, we got bargain alert here. All right. All 3 bargain alert. We got Josh Downs.
Oh, Josh Downs. Okay.
Josh Downs, 4,100. He's seeing volume which we want to see in cash games. So 13 targets last week. He only brought in 5 for 42 yards. It's a bit disappointing, but we still got Kyle Pitts, Josh Downs, and Seth Moss.
Hey, Tim, why don't you readjust your mic?
Something's going on with the mic there.
Uh-oh. Can you hear me?
That's better. That's better now.
Better?
Yeah.
Sorry, you sounded like a French prostitute before. We're trying to figure that out.
Oh, really? A French prostitute. Is that what I got? Oh, man, that's kind of hot, Kyle. What do you think about me when I'm not on the show? I just
take it one shot of Jim Beam, and I'm just
Remind me not to send you any selfies.
No, I do use that a lot because I am French, and that's just a saying like we've had like growing up.
I
Smells
got
like
you.
a French prostitute in here. I don't know. That's just
All
a
right.
French Cajun thing.
Hey, it's
So
cool. It's cool.
welcome to being a Cajun. Okay, there you go.
Creole.
All right.
Yeah.
Josh Downs. What were you
So
saying about Josh Downs?
Josh Downs, he's got the volume that we want to see in cash games. He's got 13 targets the last week. He only brought in 5 for 43, which was disappointing. But this week, going him, Michael Pittman, and Zach Moss should all be popular cash plays as a 2-point road favorite in Tennessee. So,
Okay.
yeah,
You're taking both Colts wideouts.
I pretty much just spit the whole Colts passing game, receiving game. That's what I pretty much just did.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty interesting there.
Yeah. So, tight ends, I got Trey McBride. He's one of my favorites. 4,900. His recommendation over the last 2 months. His role is too strong and in this offense to ignore. Yet again, as he's receiving more first reads in the Arizona offense than Kelsey does in the KC offense. It's pretty cool, right? That's the kind of thing you want from a tight end.
Yeah.
Yeah. Logan Thomas is my bargain alert at the tight end position.
Yeah.
He's 3,600. Yeah, that's one of Dell's boys. Continues to hover around the price that makes him cash game valuable. The Dolphins are also 26th in schedule adjusted fantasy points allowed to tight ends. So that's great.
There you go.
All right. So I got two for the for the defense, team defense. We got the Rams at 3,700 against PJ Walker, or the Titans at 3,400 against Gardner Minshew. Both of those make pretty good sense because you always want to play against the backup, right? Maybe like Dobbs, they'll throw 4 interceptions. Who knows?
That would be nice.
But here's my bargain alert. All right. It's the Lions.
Wow. Aren't they playing the Packers this week, Tim?
Lions are on the table against a beat up Saints team.
Oh my God.
I was
read that wrong.
wondering what you were doing.
You're suggesting people play the Lions because they're playing against the Saints?
I'm on a Saints podcast. All right. I'm just trying to help people win, Dale. I'm trying to help the people win.
That's hurtful.
Very, very hurtful, Tim.
Because
pretty smart, to be honest.
Detroit's defense struggled on Thanksgiving against the Packers, and they allowed big plays downfield. So,
okay, I don't suggest anybody follow what Tim said and start the freaking line.
No, he's got a point. It is a bargain.
Look,
I get it.
Hey, I don't know what's in this next segment, but it says Flame Tim right here. So I'm pretty sure that what I just said just goes along with what you're about to do to me.
Yeah, this is it right here, Tim. This is it right here. Okay, don't start your Lions versus the Saints. Okay, the Saints very good. You don't want to do that.
I don't know.
Me? You telling me not to start my Lions? Oh, you know, okay.
That's a huge bargain. It's like a Kmart bargain.
Yeah, I can't believe you did that on this show, Tim. I'm very disappointed in you. Okay, extremely disappointed.
I really thought I had some special new segment coming out with me burning in fire like in the dumpster. You know, the dumpster dude.
Oh. That's next week.
Good idea though. All right, we got to talk about best bets for the week, because last week we hinted at it and we kind of talked about some best bets, right? We did. I'm sorry. Yeah. We had a few best bets from last week. Let's talk about what we did. Well, what Kyle did actually. And it is Green Bay plus the 8, Gibbs running over 44.5 rushing yards, Dallas minus 13, Pollard over 19.5 receiving, San Francisco -7, and Lockett over 50.5 receiving. So $10 bet would have won $535. Did not happen. What messed you up?
Damn you, Tyler Lockett. I didn't see that. I thought, it seems like a pretty reasonable thing. Tyler Lockett is more of like a chunk type player. He racks up the targets. He's got the volume. Ended up with like only 3 catches for 30 yards. But I do want to point out that bet slip that you put up, that is cool as hell. So whichever intern made that is very cool, and I'm very impressed right now.
Yeah.
And I'm going to point out if you didn't want to do all 6 and you wanted to do like just 5 of them, because I distinctly remember on the show when I went over these 6, Dale's like, I said lock it over 50.5, and I see Dale's face, and he goes, "Oh no!" And I just as soon as I seen that, I knew it. Dale would never lead me wrong. So
bring this.
5 out of 6 of those, you could have done like 2 or 3 and made some money. It was a pretty cool Thanksgiving Day. 3 games.
Yeah.
It was fun, and we were pretty close. Pretty close.
Bring the slip back up. Yeah.
That's so cool.
So whose dude's thumb is this? That thumb is ginormous compared to dude's fingers. All right. I don't know what chick he's trying to slip that thumb in. I'll tell you right now. All right. Like, if I was some chick, I would not be dating that dude.
That's an accurate analysis. You either have some tiny fingers or an extra large thumb.
That is too easy right there, boy.
I tell you what, dude.
Oh goodness. All right. Well, this week the best bet is Seattle. Seattle at Dallas.
Yeah.
We
we only have one Thursday game. Like it was a lot different. Like you won't see like these over-unders for the receiving or the rushing yards until like the day before.
Okay.
So last week we had, the Thanksgiving Day games. We had like 3 of them. So it was a lot more. So this one I kind of just went, you have one game to choose from. We're doubling down on Dallas on this one, obviously, if you can see. It's a little tougher with just the one game, but you don't have to make all 6 of these. We're just gonna throw that out there. This is just what we're doing. I already got the bet made. We're going with it, but just throwing it out there for anybody who wants to use it.
Yeah. Okay. So the bet is Dallas -9, CeeDee Lamb over 82.5 receiving yards, Brandon Cooks over 42.5 receiving yards, Tony Pollard over 63.5 rushing yards, Dak Prescott over 1.5 passing touchdowns, and Jake Ferguson scoring a touchdown. And that gives you a $10 bet will give you $220 as a winner.
Yep. Yeah.
So,
I mean, from what we saw with Seattle last week, they just seem so banged up.
Yeah.
Dallas is playing really well. Like, there's that whole narrative they can't beat they can't beat any good teams, and they just, they're beating up on all these bad teams. Well, Seattle right now is playing bad football. So I'm seeing Dallas win by at least 10. CeeDee Lamb needs to get back on track. He didn't have the yardage last week, but he definitely is still putting up points. He's still valuable. Cooks is being like more and more a part of this offense, and I love to see that.
Yeah. They're bringing him in for sure.
Pollard, 64 rushing yards is really not too difficult to, when you're the RB1. Prescott's throwing like 4 touchdowns a game, so this one seems like pretty doable. And Ferguson, like that's kind of the wild card. That would be one. Yeah. That's the one where you're like, but that one actually is it's making this from, your $10 would be like at, $150, but adding that Ferguson anytime touchdown puts it over the top and gets you like over a couple $100. So, and he's, I don't want to say he's due, but man, Jake Ferguson's due. He hasn't had a touchdown in a minute. So,
oh, Kyle, you're speaking my language.
He really is, man.
Yeah.
If anybody's due, Jake Ferguson, I'm feeling it. at Dallas at home, Jerry Jones World. This is what we're going with. We're gonna do it. $220.
Yeah.
Does going to copyright that so nobody else can say it. That's what he's going to do.
All right. This is your best bet of the week.
Best bet.
That's right. Go cash them tickets.
Nice.
Go cash them tickets, y'all. And if you cash that ticket, let us know, please, because we would love to hear about it, man.
Yeah.
We don't want any money. I mean, unless you're going to donate for, that's fine too.
You could always donate some bird dog.
Yeah. Yeah, there you
go. We'll accept that too.
3 bottles of bird dog.
Yeah, we will accept that too. So that's cool.
Because I went to the liquor cabinet earlier and I was going to bring the bird dog on out.
Oh.
Yeah. But I forgot the bird dog got off the leash. I ain't got none here right now.
Uh-oh.
Need more bird dog.
Bird dog gone. Should have fixed that fence, bro. All right, let's get to our next segment.
And now let's look at this week's matchup.
All right. Before we actually do that, forgot about doing this.
Nope.
We got to talk about our
need
leagues here. Yes, we do. Little Rock Dynasty League. We've got Dale at 10-2. Tim 7-5. He won a game, y'all.
I won a game. That's right. That's right.
Stop helping Tim so you can have to so you can lose these games. All right.
Oh.
Next league, the BS and Beer Dynasty League, and we've got Aaron on top at 10-2. I am like 7-5. See Kyle at 6-6.
Man.
But he is in the playoffs and outside of the playoffs. Right here, we see with this booty icon. It's Tim at 6-6 as well. So, but look, he's on a 3-game winning streak.
Look, man, this is what I do for you, Dale. All right. Look, I beat Aaron, Puddin's Pats, and then I beat Joey, Gayson for Taysom. I beat everybody up there, so you could have a better chance, man. Yeah. That's how much I like you, man. That's how and then you put a booty thing on here for me,
because you're outside the playoffs right now.
So it looks like either me or Kyle is going to make it.
Yeah,
I'm going to guess.
I gotta give a shout out to Joey because man, we had this back and forth game on Monday night. He only had Danielle Hunter, and I think the other one was a safety on the Bears, who ended up getting a pick. Fumble recovery, like it was just this insane game. I had Madison, I had Cole Kmet, I had Metellus, who ends up at the very end, he gets a forced fumble, and it's like back and forth, and I'm in with like 2 points. Danielle Hunter ended up with like 26 spot. The guy from the Bears had another 11. Crazy finish. Shout out to Joey. Good win, man.
Yeah, Danielle Hunter is a monster, man. He's been having a hell of a year.
Yeah.
The ESPN BS and Beer Dynasty League.
Oh, dude, for real?
Yeah. Kyle's on top, 9-3. Followed by me at 8-4. Tim is all the way down there with 2 wins, but you got to win, Tim.
Hey, look, man, I'm lucky to have that. I got to win this week. Whoever I played, I'm sorry. I beat you, whoever that was, because I should not have. I didn't even look at my lineup.
Yeah. I got you this week, and I'm projected to beat you by like a 50 spot. So we'll see how it goes.
Go.
Maybe I'll log in again. Get a 3rd win.
All right, so that's the fantasy leagues, and we're gonna look at the pick'em real quick. Mr. Chow leads the way; he's dominating right now.
Oh no!
Followed by our 2 ladies.
I forgot about them.
Uh-huh. And Kyle at number 5 here, tied with Dave at 84.
I'm dropping, man. I'm dropping down.
CB Train up there, Rob 22278, still in the top 10. Craig still in the top 10, followed by Tomas and my guy the Queefers and me. Then we got two right behind us, and below him is Tim. Always
I'm
coming
not
in
good
last.
at this. I'm not good at this. I only talk smack when I'm good at something. Okay.
Good job, Tim. I appreciate this. Okay.
I just made my picks right now
All right. Good
for
job,
this
Tim.
week. Yeah,
Good job.
it's a chore just getting me to do something on these leagues. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's all right. I'll just keep talking bad about you. That's what I'm going to do. I'm perfectly fine doing it.
I know. Oh.
All right. Now let's pick some games. We've got Denver at Houston. Houston is a 3.5-point favorite. The total for this game is 47.5. Tim, let's start on the Denver side. Russell Wilson, QB 11, completed 13 passes, 134 yards, 1 touchdown. He added 34 yards rushing and a touchdown with 11 attempts on the ground. Passing numbers, not really that great, but got that rushing touchdown. Well, I mean, maybe it's going to be okay here for Denver if you're starting Russell Wilson. I know one of the guys who was hot earlier this year was Cortland Sutton. He comes in at the wide receiver 23. He caught 3 balls, 61 yards. He led the Broncos in receptions and yards. It's not a lot. It's not a lot of volume here. And so with this low volume, with the passing game, I mean, do you see this changing maybe? And can we see more production coming from like Judy, maybe even the tight end or the running back?
Look, if you can keep Russell from throwing the ball and win games, you're doing good. I'm just saying, Sean Payton probably found out how to win.
Yeah, he's making it win.
He's like, look, let me give you an idea. We'll keep Russell Wilson off of there as much as possible.
Yeah.
But honestly, though, looking at my famous 3 words over here, strength of schedule. All right. The Broncos have the 5th easiest strength of schedule. The only hard spot they have there is week 16, which is New England, for schedule points adjusted. And so, I mean, they're looking good for the rest of the season outside of week 16. So, anyway, I play Russell Wilson every week except for week 16, including this week. Houston gives up 19.4 fantasy points to the quarterback.
Okay. All right. Let's go over to the Houston side here, Kyle. CJ Stroud, QB5, continues to impress. He threw for 300 yards, 2 touchdowns, adding 47 yards on the ground and a touchdown. He's thrown for 300 yards in 4 consecutive games. He's got a 10-4 TD to interception ratio, and he's just a rookie. So I also think Houston has found something in the running game with Devin Singletary. Don't get me wrong, it's not great, but it's something because they couldn't get nothing before. Devin Singletary is ranked the running back 22. And he caught 6 balls, 54 yards. He only rushed for 18 yards on 6 carries. We saw Dameon Pierce come back, share some of the duties, but it's been Devin Singletary's backfield. And I really think it's going to remain this way. So talk to me about the Houston Texans, man, and what you're seeing.
Yeah. I was just looking at it. Damian Pierce really only got 14 yards on 5 carries, and then he caught his only target for another 4 yards. So yeah, we're definitely still saying like Singletary be that dude. He is, he's the number one back. He did what he needed to earn that position, and now that Pierce is back, it's not even affecting him. Yeah, just he really didn't have very much going on the ground last game. I think that was just kind of like the situation that they were in. Um, but Nico Collins coming back really was a huge factor, I think. Especially it was kind of offsetting. Like they lost Noah Brown, and then they got Nico Collins coming back, right? So I mean, Stroud didn't even miss a beat. Tank Dell had a fairly good game. He found the end zone, so and he's found the end zone in 4 straight. So that connection is like still just like getting better every single week. And really, I think Houston, it's tough because what we've seen from Denver and their defense, I mean, they just put up a 17-point fantasy performance. Granted, that's against Cleveland, and their offense is kind of a total mess with backup after backup quarterback. But I honestly feel like Houston's offense over Denver's defense in this battle, that's the matchup to watch. I'm not really worried about the other side of the ball. We're kind of, I think we kind of all know what to expect from Russell at this point. But yeah, I really feel like Houston's offense is going to beat Denver's defense, and they'll, that's the tale of tape right there.
Yep. All right. Well, let's pick this game here. We've got Denver at Houston. Houston is a 3.5-point favorite. Tim, who you got?
All right, look, man, I think it's going to be a shootout. I think the over is going to be hot.
Oh,
I think it's going to be a shootout. And I think it's going to end up being Denver, though. I'm going to go Denver plus 3.5.
okay. Kyle, what you think?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Houston, that 3.5 is a lot though, especially they're both 6-5 teams. They're both, even with Houston losing last week, they're still a hot team. They're still like on their way towards playoffs. They may not win the division since they did lose last week, but no, I still think they're a playoff team. And this is kind of like, it's almost as if this is like a battle between like those last couple wild card spots. I know it's only week 13, but this is like such a huge game. That 3.5 seems like a lot. I think you're right, Tim. Let's take that 3.5. Let's take Denver.
Okay. I am also going to take Denver, so everybody get your drinks up. And let's drink up. That's right.
Wow.
Maybe we should play this one too.
Best bet.
Everybody,
Right.
Yeah.
it's the best bet there. So, if somebody sent in a comment, can we talk about how Gabe Davis has been a pain in the butt in fantasy? So Gabe Davis, he kind of pulled out that touchdown late, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a 4th quarter touchdown.
Yeah.
I'm not even seeing him. He's not even top 30 this week.
He's on bye.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
He's on bye.
Mm-hmm.
But he has been inconsistent. Wide receivers as a whole are inconsistent. Honestly, they're very matchup dependent, just like quarterbacks are with streaming quarterbacks. They're matchup dependent. But yeah, he's let me see, his worst games are against the Jets, against the Giants, which is kind of weird.
Yeah.
New England, and then Cincinnati. So like if you take those out, where he scored like 1, maybe 2 points, and against the Jets he did 4 points, but he's not doing bad against weak defenses, and I would assume you could say that for Buffalo as a whole.
Okay. Yep. All right. Well, let's look at our next matchup. We've got San Francisco at Philadelphia. San Francisco is a 2.5-point road favorite. The total for this game is 46.5. Kyle, let's start with the Philadelphia side. Jalen Hurts, QB1, completed 18 of 31 passes, 200 yards, 3 touchdowns. He had an interception. He added 65 yards on the ground and 2 touchdowns on the ground. They were able to come out with a big win over the Bills, and much of that can be attributed to the efforts of their star quarterback, Jalen Hurts. He scored all 5 of the touchdowns for the team that day. I mean, guy's been pretty awesome. I am curious, though, to see what you think about A.J. Brown, who comes in as the wide receiver 3. Caught 5 balls, 37 yards, and touchdown. He has been held to 40 receiving yards in each of the last 2 games. And this has not been the norm for A.J. Brown this year. So do we see him bounce back and get back to normal? And get his normal kind of production, especially before the tight end comes back. So,
I mean, yeah, this whole season he's just been like a freak star, absolutely stud. It looked like he was no signs of slowing down, and then he has that game against Kansas City where he catches 1 ball for like 8 yards. Last week, 5 of 9 targets, 37 yards, but he does get a score. I feel like, he had 9 targets. Devontae Smith had 8, but Devontae Smith is actually, doing something with his. Devontae Smith, 7 of 8 for 106 and a score. I don't know. I feel like Jalen Hurts kind of has his wide receiver 1 in mind, and that's the guy who's going to go off. He's going to have the 100-yard game. He's for sure going to score. At what point did these two flip-flop,
Yeah.
AJ Brown kind of had that, he had the streak where it was like 125 plus, and just balling out. And then all of a sudden the last few games, it was Devontae Smith. I'm not sure what could have happened, what dynamic, could have changed that to where Devontae Smith, maybe it's just, the defenses they're going against, something like that.
Well, the stats have always been once Goddard is out, then Devontae Smith picks up.
Yeah,
and that's been proven to be true. So,
I think Hurst can only support 2 targets.
There's
3 stars there.
Well, I mean, he was doing so much on the ground too that
right. That's the reason why.
200 passing. So
yeah, that's the reason why it's not enough passing yardage out there available to support more than 2 targets. So,
and it was pouring rain, like y'all saw.
Yeah,
it was,
true.
It was
That's
horrible conditions. So that does kind of factor in.
That could have played into the game plan a lot. So yeah.
I mean, if you're looking for AJ Brown to bounce back, I wouldn't have my hopes too high against San Francisco. They are one of the best defenses in the league. Everyone is so just up there, excuse my language. They're up their ass about San Francisco, and they're back. They're the best team in the league right now. They're going to stop 2.5-point road favorites against a 10-1 team. Jesus.
Yeah.
I just that is absurd to me. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Maybe everyone else is yeah, no, San Francisco, they're back. They're the real deal. Whatever. That's.
I mean, I feel you as far as the team they're playing, but the fact that AJ Brown has had 2 down games past 2 weeks, I don't know. It just seems like he's due.
No, but he did score last game, so maybe he's throwing that out of whack.
He scored.
He is definitely. He's for sure due.
You know what's gonna be jacked up if I'm on some phone call with Dale and he's like pulling out these stupid songs and like all the things he does. He starts playing it like in person with you.
There should be drops in real life. Yes.
Yeah. He's got like drop on his phone, like he's about to say half of the sentence, and the other half is like he's due.
Yes. Yes. There should be drops in real life. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Oh.
All right, let's pick this game. San Francisco at Philadelphia. San Francisco is a 2.5 point road
We didn't
favorite.
talk about Philly at all.
You mean the Niners?
Yeah, we didn't talk about Niners. My bad.
Sorry.
My bad.
49ers. Yeah.
Damn. It's your turn.
Yeah. Yeah. We didn't talk about San Francisco at all. We talked about Philly the whole time.
There you go.
There we go.
Brock Purdy, QB7. He completed 20 of 30 passes, 21 of 30 passes, 209 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Christian McCaffrey is the RB1. He ran for 114 yards, 2 touchdowns on 19 carries, caught 5 balls for 25 yards through the air. We saw Deebo Samuel come back. And this guy got seven catches, 79 yards, also ran for 15 yards and a touchdown. When he is back and they've got CMC, Brock Purdy to me is a different quarterback. He goes back to being like that point guard, distributing the ball all over the field. I think that's where he's comfortable.
Yeah.
And his offense looks best when they have their pieces like that. So talk to me about the 49ers here, Tim.
Well, Debo almost made it onto my bargain sheet this week, but I thought his price was a little bit more than I was going to put on the bargain section.
Oh yeah, okay.
All right, but he almost made the list for the wide receiver bargains.
But he's also not due though. So
okay. Well, there you go. You know, what's the opposite of he's due?
I don't know.
There's got to be some like opposite yin yang going on, right? So,
yeah,
but yeah, man. I'm looking for Kittle to bounce back because you know what? Play it.
Oh, Kittle,
the play that he's due. I gave you a chance to play it.
Hold on.
God damn it!
I was on a different part of the tab here. Okay.
Damn these interns, Kyle. We're going to fire all of them. You know, man. I think Kittle's going to bounce back this week, man.
Yeah.
So he kind of had a little bit of bust last week. 3 of 5 targets, 19 yards, and but he's been inconsistent, you know, and it's just kind of who he is, and it's who San Francisco is too. I think their game script changes sometimes, and sometimes it includes Kittle more. And
even distributors around the field. So I feel you on that.
Yeah. So but I think they're going to need Kittle in this game. You know, they're going to need Debo. That's why he's back as Kittle. They need all their pieces, and they know that. So yeah, I'm ready.
I'm with you, Tim. I got you.
Thanks for letting me talk. You forgot about Tim.
I try to, I really do. All right, now let's pick this game. San Francisco, a 2.5 point road favorite at Philadelphia. Kyle, who you got?
I mean, it'd be pretty stupid for me to like come up here and be like, yeah, everyone's saying San Francisco's the greatest, and I'm not seeing it. But give me San Francisco on the 3 points. No. 2.5 points. Philly at home. I still think they're the team to beat. Maybe not like a 34-7 ass whooping like last year in the NFC Championship, but just a consistent 3-4 point win at home. So,
what would you take here, the over or the under?
47.5 seems really high. I would take under.
You take the under.
Yes, 47.5.
Total.
And it's like juggernaut matchup. I do not see this being like, this shootout, it's a heavyweight bout. And I feel like most these two teams are more defensive minded, and that's how they got to where they're at. they have these studs on defense, and I feel like that's who comes to play. I see this game being like 23-20 type deal.
Okay.
Which would be what, 40, 43? So yeah, we're looking at an under.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate betting unders.
I hate it. I would rather root for them to score than
right.
than root for somebody not to score.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I've typically betted unders whenever like I got ahead of the curve and I knew that there was a quarterback injury or something.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Or star running back injury, and then I was ahead of the curve.
I'll tell you one thing: don't watch the game if you bet the under. God, please don't watch it.
Hurt your feelings.
So true. So true.
Almost as bad as talking to Dale on the phone.
It's torture. It really is. So yeah, I feel you. All right. So did you give your bet, Tim?
Oh, I'm taking Philly 2.5 plus 2.5.
Okay.
All right. My friend Mariah, she's a Philly fan.
Oh.
All right. I got to roll with her. My high school friend Mariah.
All right, Mariah.
She if y'all ever play Philly, y'all should bring her on here, talk some smack.
Yeah.
Mm.
All right. Well, I am also taking Philadelphia plus the 2.5 at home. So everybody get your glasses up.
Family time.
Let's drink up. Yeah, man. All right. The main event, the big game of the week. Detroit is a 4-point road favorite at New Orleans. The total for this game is 46. Cannot believe these people think Detroit is going to come into New Orleans and win. Goodness.
By 4.
Yeah. It's crazy. All right, Tim, let's start on the Detroit side.
Yeah.
Jared Goff, QB 12, completed 29 passes, 332 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
But he had some fumbles. And one of them was returned for a touchdown. So that hurt his team a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Your guy Gibbs, he comes as the RB8.
Yeah.
Rushed for 54 yards. He caught 4 balls, 19 yards. He split in the backfield with Montgomery.
Mm-hmm.
Montgomery had the highest rushing total. And Montgomery is ranked the RB 14. He rushed for 71 yards and a touchdown on 15 carries. So with this backfield clearly being split here, how do you feel starting Gibbs or Montgomery?
Oh man, it'd be great if they were a bell cow. I can't wait till Gibbs is the bell cow. But I mean, I'm okay with Gibbs. I like Gibbs better anyway. He's a better pass catcher.
Mm-hmm.
And that 4 of 8 targets, 8 targets is massive as far as a running back goes. And if he catches just half of that, like he did last week, that extra, points helps out a lot.
Yeah.
Then if he ends up being the one that gets the touchdown over Montgomery, then it's bonus at that rate. So,
yeah, one of the things that's interesting about Detroit is there's a lot of targets to be had because just looking at some of the distribution, you had Amon-Ra St. Brown with 11 targets, and Sam Laporta even got 8 targets. So he's really distributing the ball around. There's going to be a lot of opportunity to catch the ball, make some plays. Even the Jameson Williams, I want to say he got 3 targets and he did his thing about 50 yards.
We ain't
like
trying
that.
to talk about him though.
But I mean, look, it's just more guys. I'm saying that's my point.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he ain't coming out to be who he's supposed to be, Jameson Williams. So, but Goff is doing a good job. Goff is a good quarterback, and he's like an upgraded version of Phillip Rivers.
Yeah.
All right,
Look, man, it's hard to be mad at Jameson Williams, man, when you start seeing, Sam Laporta got 8 targets.
Yeah.
St. Brown got 11 targets. Gibbs got 8 targets.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're a third receiver, bro. Like you go get what you get.
Yeah. I wish I would have picked up Laporta.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, so I'm expecting to see him pass the ball around. Do you think your defense is going to keep up?
Listen here, Tim. You stop
Man,
talking
that's
about
the
my
question.
damn Saints, okay?
That's a question.
We're talking about Detroit right now. We're not talking about the Saints right now.
All right.
Tim.
Well, let's talk about
All
Detroit's defense then too. Okay. Just like the DFS lineups. All right. I said pick up Detroit's defense. So here we are. Talking about Detroit.
All right. Forget you. All right. Kyle, we're talking New Orleans now. Shut up, Tim. All right. Derek Carr, QB 16. He passed for over 300 yards. No touchdowns. And he had an interception.
Headache.
This dude.
Headache and heartbreak. That's what that is.
I will give him credit though. He should have caught that damn touchdown at the front of the end zone. Yeah. And we probably wouldn't be talking about Carr going without a touchdown. Okay, so I have to give Carr credit there. All right. Chris Olave dealing with that concussion after the monster numbers he put up in that first half, 7 catches, 114 yards. I gotta imagine he probably would have had a touchdown. It was just he was dominating the targets, and we needed that at the wide receiver position because everybody else was pretty much hurt. He went out early with injury. He's going to be lost for a few weeks, I'm pretty sure. From what I can see and what I'm guessing on offense for New Orleans is going to be Alvin Kamara, who is the RB4, and we're going to have Taysom Hill, who is the tight end 4. That's going to be offense. Do you see anything differently than I'm seeing?
I mean, that little stat line, Juwan Johnson, after Olave went out, after Shaheed went out, soaked up he ended up with 18.4% target share, ended up 4 of 7 targets. So he ended up with 7 targets. So he was like the immediate, the first option. Once those 2 went out, he was the first option to look at. So, and you saw him jump up. I think last week he was actually tight end 22 or lower. And this week they're throwing him up at tight end 11. So they got Hill at tight end 4 and Johnson at tight end 11. So that should tell you something. We're not. I know we're probably going to bring up what Marquez Callaway was on the practice squad or something, and we're bringing him up or something. We're going to have some guys who have not played this season. They're going to get some snaps. I get that.
Yeah.
But our immediate, we're going and we're going to feed our tight ends, which, I mean, that just makes, having Taysom Hill and Juwan Johnson, who we know has produced, if he's healthy like he did last year, we're able to score with him. He actually puts up numbers. He's able to get in the red zone and actually score in the red zone, which is something we cannot do. So I'm licking my chops. Us feeding those 2 between Taysom Hill and Juwan Johnson, that's kind of what I'm excited about. I feel like
I got to imagine Jimmy Graham is going to actually be active.
Oh my God. That literally just gives me a little a tingle. I'm getting a tingle.
This is your opportunity, dude, to play wide receiver. Let's go.
Yeah. Wasn't that what he wanted to do? He wanted to get paid like a wide receiver. Let's put him at wide receiver.
Yeah, exactly. Jimmy Graham at wide receiver, Juwan Johnson over there. Yo, we got this. Let's do it.
Man. Although I will point out, we really desperately need Olave to pass concussion protocol and play. We need one wide receiver. We can't have none. We just need, we need one. So,
yep, gotta have one, man. All right, let's pick this game. Detroit, 4-point favorite on the road at New Orleans. Yeah, give me the Lions.
Wait, what?
give me the Lions.
What'd you say?
Yeah. Whatever.
Lions -4.
Yeah.
Is that what you're doing?
Yep. Well, you got them.
I'm not even a Saints fan, and I'm
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
All the crap you gave me today about the Lions defense. Can I hear your pick? I didn't hear your pick. I'm scrambling. Your microphone was messed up. Can you tell me what your pick was again? Say it again.
Yeah, I'm picking the Lions. Let's go. What's your pick?
Oh, damn. You should let Kyle go next. It's hard.
You know what, man? The 4 points, that's a lot, man. That's a lot. It's a home team. Oh, no, I can't do it, man. I cannot do it. I have not seen enough. It's going to be a shootout. Give me that over 46. Give me that for sure.
Okay.
I'm taking over 46 points,
Mhm.
but also I feel like the Lions can probably win by a touchdown.
Kyle, you're betting on the Saints to score
I
touchdown?
am. Yeah. It's a non-divisional game. It's
True.
it's just like it has that feel to it where
we've won one game in the NFC North.
Yeah.
I mean, we could have won a couple, but
I mean, shoulda, woulda, and coulda.
That Green Bay game we absolutely could have had. We were right there.
Mhm.
Minnesota, we just didn't show up, so I get that. But I don't know. I just that over 46 seems pretty easy to me. I'm thinking, Lions put up a 30 spot on us because we're just all over the place. We're a mess. And then we'd only need 20, 25, 26.
Yeah.
Wait, no, what am I saying?
21.
We wouldn't need very much at all. If they put up 30 points on us, Jesus Christ.
You need two
I'm
touchdowns.
I'm thinking like something like 28 to 20 type Detroit win, sadly.
Okay. All right. Tell me who you got.
Man, dude. All right. Well, I mean, I'm picking Detroit -4. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, all the listeners. It's a hat trick. Today is a hat trick. We had all three teams, all three family, and I'm sorry that it had to be Detroit -4 this week.
Yeah, I ain't drinking to that, but I'll hit the button. Drink up.
That's what happens when Dale has an orange drink and not a pink drink.
We got to talk about our featured athlete on our cover, Kyron Williams, who went off last week, scored like the second most fantasy points of the week. Shout out to Kyron Williams.
You got an announcement this week too, right? You got an announcement to make?
Well, usually at the end of the show, Dale's like, "All right, y'all got anything else?" So,
Dale, are you pregnant?
Oh, yes.
Wow.
Yes, I am.
Wow. Wow. No, Dale is not pregnant. Dale is not pregnant, but we are pregnant. Raymond is going to have a sibling. And,
hey, all right.
So
number two.
A couple future Saints players now. Couple future Saints. We'll find out the gender this weekend, actually. Going to the little gender reveal place. They're going to let us know.
Yeah.
That's hilarious because I was just trying to give Dale shit. I had no clue.
That's right.
My seed in there, man. That's my seed. I'm racking them up, man. I got a quarterback and a running back. Let's go.
Hey, look, over under on this. We got to have a bet thing going on, right? Hey, girl, over under. What are we doing here? Is it one or two? Is there two in that belly, or is there just one?
Well, we do know it's just the one.
Okay.
Thank God.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Two is already plenty.
Yeah, dude.
But yeah, man, that's the real deal. We're gonna find out whether it's a boy or girl, Kyle or Kylie.
All right. Hey, there's always Tim and Timothea.
Yes. Timothy Dale is not a bad name.
Timothy Dale. TD. Hey, that's TD. Hey, look at there. I love it.
Oh, congratulations, Kyle.
I'm happy for y'all.
Yeah, man. That's going to be awesome.
That's
Two of them running around, driving y'all wild. It's going to be amazing to watch this background pretty soon. I'm telling
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God, what was that?
Exactly. Exactly. I already got Baby Ray running around back there getting into stuff. So yeah.
I was gonna have somebody else's kids over here making he's due.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, yeah. If anybody's due, all right, we are due.
Oh, that's great.
All right, man. Well, that's gonna wrap up the show this week. I've only got one thing left to say to you guys.
I hate you guys so very, very much.
All right, and we are out.
Remember to follow us on social media at BS Beer Media. Also, smash the like button on YouTube and share with friends.